What's up, everyone? Here we are in part 6 of this Pokemon Silver walkthrough. It's time for me to not continue to try to catch the Bellsprouts, because off screen I did catch that Bellsprout that I promised I'd catch for you guys. Get off my case here, lady. You're off in my grill there. But now I have the opportunity to trade off one of my Bellsprouts, because I'm keeping one because I'm going to need to train it up to a Weeping Bell and a Victory Bell later on to complete the Pokedex, and we're just going to trade one of the Bellsprouts for an Onix, and you're going to get the level Onix. Whatever level Onix you get is dependent on what the level of your Bellsprout is. So if you trade in a level 100 Bellsprout, you get a level 100 Onix. Trade in a level 2 Bellsprout, you get a level 2 Onix. So that's how it's going to work. Talk to this guy. Pokemon you get in trade grows quickly, but if you don't have the right gym badge, they may disobey you. He is correct there. And this guy is where you're going to trade with. I collect Pokemon. Do you have Bellsprout? Want to trade it for my Onix? Yes. So here you can see if you want a male or you want a female. Doesn't really matter to me. I'm not going to be using it. I'm just going to trade away the male one. So I obviously am not connecting a link cable. I'm playing this on an emulator. So bye Bellsprout. Didn't know you for too long. I actually caught this one before the other Bellsprout that I caught. This guy's name is Kyle apparently. So thanks for the Onix guy. But this is how you trade in game. If it's confusing for you and you've never done it, it's really simple. You just walk up to whatever guy in different towns. They're just random towns. I know there's one in Blackthorn City. You can trade, I don't know exactly what Pokemon are involved, but that sort of thing. And Onix, I don't like your mini sprite there. You look like a snake. Even though you're a rock snake, you look literally like a snake. So there's our Onix. If I wanted to use Onix, and actually there was an outside chance that I would use an Onix. That's if I was able to get a Steelix, but obviously playing an emulator would be difficult to do that. So one step closer to completing the Pokedex through Pokemon Silver. Yeah, you got a Bellsprout. Thanks. Okay, so I hope you have fun with your Bellsprout. If you go back to him, he'll say something. Hi, how's my Onix doing? That's nice to inquire about your old buddy. So off screen, I have some big news for everybody. Big news. After I caught the Zubat, I wanted to train up my Zubat, and I used the old grinding technique of, putting the weaker Pokemon out first, obviously, then bring out your stronger guy. And in the process, Zubat got up to level 10, but Gatorade also got up to a Croconaw. Gatorade Totodile evolves to Croconaw at level 18, so that's what happened off screen. Sorry you guys missed that. That's the same moveset still, so everything in terms of his moveset's all the same. Zubat off screen learn Supersonic, so 2 more levels before I can learn Bite, for I know Bite, which would be a big boost. I really need him to know Bite, and so we'll just be training these 2 guys up. Pretty weak stats right now, but that will definitely take a boost once we get to Golbat and once we get to Crobat. So the rest of Violet City, there is a PP up and a rare candy, but we can't get that until later. There's a Poison Cure Berry, but I already took care of that. And then we're going to get our Togepi here and a Mystery Egg a little bit later on. So now with all that crap taken care of before I move west any further in Violet City, I'm going to head to Sprout Tower. So Sprout Tower is kind of like a... It's kind of like a dungeon-ish type thing. It's a very easy place to navigate. Bellsprout over 100 feet tall. People say that became the center pillar here. Now it's obviously not a Bellsprout, but... See the pillar shaking? People are training upstairs. It's where you just battle a lot of these sages, and then you eventually get HM5 Flash. It's very easy, especially if you're going to start with Cyndaquil or to get a Pidgey along the way before you get to Violet City. Sprout Tower was built long ago. It was a place for Pokemon training. As a lot of these guys have both Bellsprouts, and then some have Hoots, I believe. Only if you reach the top will you obtain an HM, and that's where we'll be going. So you head into this first staircase, obviously, and I'm going to see how Zubat fares against some of these Bellsprouts. I'm going to try to train him up as much as I can before I continue to use Croconaw Gatorade. However hard we battle, the tower will stand strong. I'm probably just going to use Gatorade against Faulkner. That's just probably my plan of attack, just because I've trained him so much. And I'll mix in Zubat sometime along the way, probably when I get to Bugsy. More so, but See how this works? Leech Life is a very weak move, so it's not going to be doing a bunch, but the nice thing right there is that the Bellsprouts are not very high leveled, and their Vine Whips are not going to be effective against a flying type Pokemon. So very nice. We'll suck in some more health from him, and that'll give him some boost here occasionally. And once we get up to Bite with Zubat, the landscape will totally be changed with using him. It's going to be a lot easier to use Zubat. It's going to be good against Psychic Pokemon, and I believe I need to check out back on Dark's effectiveness against Ghost type Pokemon. Whatever. So once I get done with Sprout Tower, hopefully I'll have time to take down Faulkner in this part. We'll see where I go with that. And then I'm going to actually change things up a bit. I'm not going to head directly down Route 32 as most people like to do right after Faulkner. I'm going to go into the Ruins of Alph first. I don't know, maybe some people do go to Ruins of Alph right after Faulkner. Obviously that I'm going to be going through it through Route 36. I'm just going to show you guys the eastern side of Route 36. That is the eastern side of Citadel and the same side of the route where you get Rock Smash, I believe. And I'll cover Route 36 more when I get there. Not a big deal right now. So in going about Sprout Tower, I know that we already came in here a couple times already. Not for the purpose of battling any of these trainers or getting Flash, but not a lot goes on in Sprout Tower. So I don't blame you if you kind of dread it. Not that it doesn't boost your confidence up a lot, being, well, I'm just running through these guys, no problem. But by the fact that I fought hard, but I'm too weak. $96. Not much goes on. You face a lot of Bellsprouts. Flexible Pillar Tower prevents. I didn't really, even from earthquakes, whatever. The fact that you can only face a lot of the Bellsprouts, and you're only going to run into Rattatas and Ghastlies, which we both caught already. And there are only 4 items. There's one on the second floor, which is... Alright, so this Paralyzed Heal, did I pass that up in my sources, my note-taking? Whatever. So maybe there's 5 items. Because I believe there's an X Defend as well here on in the Sprout Tower. And then there's a Potion, an Escape Rope, and then Flash, obviously. So we stand guard in this tower. Here we express our gratitude to honor all Pokemon. So this is a very political, respectful place. I don't really know how this fits in with Violet City and all, being kind of like it's like a temple or a synagogue type deal. And here I don't know if that's how Violet City is, but they want their MO, and that's what their MO is. Whatever. And I would like to have an Ether right now. Ether? Is it Ether Elixir? Whatever. One of the PP increasing items right now, just to get Leech Life up there. That's one of the problems with Leech Life early on when I have to use it a lot. PP's low, run out of it quickly. So there goes another Bellsprout. Oh my. So you can just see right here how easy it would be if you had a Cyndaquil, maybe even a Koalava if you're going through the route that I am right now, and definitely a Pidgey as well. Pidgey using Gust, which was transferred into a flying type move after the first generation, obviously was a normal type move in the first generation, as you probably remember from playing those games back in the day before Generation 2. And I actually, weirdly enough, played Generation 2 games myself before I played Generation 1. Silver was my first game, Blue was my second game. I don't exactly remember how that worked out there. Doesn't really matter though. So Zubat will get up to level 11 here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use Supersonic too much. Let's see if I'm going to have to switch out to... I might have to switch out to Gatorade here. Just because I'm running out of Leech Life action. Yeah, we'll see. See about that. Vine Whip's not going to damage me too much, so I should be okay fighting through taking some hits and whatnot. And of course, doesn't affect the almighty Bellsprout. There we go. Supersonic, one of the most annoying moves when you're on the receiving end of Supersonic. All dizzified, all painful, hurting their own self in confusion. So you can see right there. Are you kidding me? That never happens, or very rarely happens on your own Pokemon when you are confused. But of course, as playing the AI during a walkthrough, that does occur. So the supersonic U-ring up again. I don't really know how they came up with the idea of throwing those. I guess they're like saying that's like sound waves or something. But it's just as powerful as Leech Life, if not more. So should be able to ride this guy for a couple more trainers before. Thank you. I don't know where he came up with that one. All living beings coexist through cooperation. We must always be thankful for this. So I'm gonna head back down to the Pokemon Center right now, just because I need to get Zubat back up to full status in terms of PP for Leech Life. I want to be able to train him up to level 12 during Sprout Tower's action, because I want to be able to utilize him possibly with Faulkner, just to get him up to speed with Totodile or Croconaw, Gatorade, excuse me. And before I get to Union Cave, because I don't plan on using Zubat a lot in Union Cave, just because I guess Bite would hold its own against Geodude, and Onix is alright, and other Zubats, but I think I'd take advantage of the type matching with the Croconaw. So we're going to truck back up into Sprout Tower now. I believe it has 3 floors in all. So you can see that guy right there where we ended off. Not too long of a trip, but sorry for bringing you to the Pokemon Center. I know that's not a popular thing to do in walkthroughs. Just where we are right now. So back down here. Check up here, and this is a X Defend. So I did skip it, I believe, on my note-taking, but whatever. There was a Paralyzed Seal in addition. It's not like I'm going to run through any items, and I don't believe there are any hidden items either on Sprout Tower, which you kind of would expect being early in the game. Sway like leaves in the wind. Speaking of leaves, it's fall when I'm recording this right now, and a lot of leaves are going down right now. Not like this second, but obviously during the season of fall, and I would say fall is my favorite season. So we got about 8 minutes left in this part, and I'm back to using Leech Life. Don't have to resort to Supersonic, and I do like Leech Life's animation a little bit more than the first generation. And Vine Whip, haven't you learned, ain't going to do much on me, and I don't really know how this is working out. We got combating popularities in Pokemon in Violet City. You got the Bellsprout, the grass Pokemon, lowly compared to flying type Pokemon, and then you got the conflicting flying type Pokemon in Faulkner. Okay, so I don't really know if they get into any sparring matches, walking down the street, going to the Pokemon Center. Hey, my bird Pokemon will whip you up, whip you silly. I don't know if they get into any confrontations like that. So I believe Golbat comes to us at level 22. And right around then, I should be working on increasing the friendship of my Pokemon. I'll be covering the requirements to evolving your Pokemon through friendship a little bit later on once we get to that bridge, across that bridge when we get to it. And obviously once I get to the Golbat, you can catch certain Pokemon with a friend ball to set your friend statistics or level a little bit higher than normal. But obviously I don't have the apricorns, and we'll cover that stuff later on to enable myself to use a friend ball. So more Bellsprouts dying on the floor. Getting the roundup today, Zubat. Maybe the move's not Leech Life. Maybe the move's not Supersonic. Maybe the move is Roundup. I bought from Ace in preparation for this Bellsprout massacre. So doing a little weeding today out in the front yard, pulling the weeds. And if I run out of Leech Life, I'm probably not going to head back to the Pokemon Center. 2 trips to the Pokemon Center in 1 video, backtracking. You might just unsubscribe to me, possibly. Maybe if that does it, if I'm on that thin of a thin ice with you guys, that's not good. Oh, I'm weak. So $96. Joey Youngster, this is the 2nd time he's called me already. It's me, Joey. Isn't it nice? I'm gonna try this. Looking awesome. Wish I could show you. Hey, listen, I almost caught a Pidgey the other day. Oh, it was so close. See you later. Alright, so I'm not going to get annoyed like some people do with these calls. I think it's a cool addition to the game, and they maximize the potential here. But he's called me twice already. He called me off screen too, so he's just telephone happy right now. So I believe this is a potion. So we got 2 more items to get, and I believe they're both on this floor. So 5 items in total here in Sprout Tower, and that is including the HM. I trained to find enlightenment in Pokemon, so that is a good purpose there, I guess. And with about 5 minutes left, it'll be a little bit close for us in completing this scenario. Not this scenario, excuse me, this Sprout Tower getting age vampires on my mind. And I guess I'll try to get all the experience points I can out of this the single battle. Growth is going to increase special attack. That shouldn't be too much of a problem considering its only special attack is not effective at all against my tank Zubat. Not really. So it probably will do 2 damage here. Oh, still 1. And Leech Life should get me up. Taking this guy out probably dawned me about 100 experience points, which is not going to bring me up to the level 12 where I want to be, but it'll be close, and I'll probably just bring Croconaw out when the time comes. So I'm not going to expend another Leech Life. I'm going to confuse this Bellsprout right now, just because that would be wasteful, because I want to be maximizing Leech Life's power against just a couple bars of HP left. So Supersonic come through for me, always coming through on the second go around. And got the chickens floating around this Bellsprout. Alright, so use Vine Whip. Third time's the charm here. Not working, you should still be confused. There we go. And no, not coming through again. So just a little bit patient, be patient. Patience is a virtue. And there we go. So it came down to it. You couldn't avoid it for too long. And we got couple more. We're probably not going to be able to get him up to level 12. Beaten by a mere child. Once again, first generation, my walkthrough. I was getting ridiculed for being young. Now I'm in second generation. Can't run away from it. As Pokemon grows stronger, so does the trainer. No, wait. As the trainer grows stronger, so did the Pokemon. So we'll be facing the second stage here in a second. I'll be right back. Roll call. Sorry about that. Unprofessional. Taking up time in your walkthrough. That was like 30 seconds. Hopefully I'll edit that out. Alright, so the Elder HM lights even pitch black darkness. So that's kind of confusing, not knowing that you're going to get flash here, because the Elder HM is it's nondescript. It's the Elder HM, whatever. So you know, I'm gonna try to pull a couple Leech Lives out here, throw a couple Super Sockets out, but that's probably gonna run us up to the 20-minute mark, possibly. So growth again. I'm scared. Not at all. Only 1 damage. Haven't you learned from your precursor? Weren't you watching the battle in front of you unfold? So growth thankfully doesn't bring its HP back up, because that would just be a dual battling of HP increasers and Leech Life and what growth doesn't do, and increase your HP. So Vine Whip. No, it's not helping out. I'm not getting the payoff with Supersonic like I would like it to, and it's not confused anymore. So I'm just going to bring out Croconaw now. I'm going to do the old bait and switch deal. Gatorade. If you want me to refer to it, Glacier Freeze. It's the Glacier Freeze. It's the Glacier Freeze Gatorade right there. Same color. But these guys are going to be super effective against him, but he is beastly, so he shouldn't struggle in that department too much. HP loss, that is. So still 54. That's a solid number. Neil doesn't sound like a name Sage would get. It is my head that is bright, not your Pokemon. Let there be light on your journey. Why, thank you. So another Sage before we face the final Sage. Let me see how much you trust your Pokemon. So I'm gonna blaze through him real quick, and then I'll be seeing my rival. I'll be seeing Gold here in a second. I'll be seeing Gold, seeing Star, seeing Gold. So I'll be, without tearing around with Leech Life and Supersonic, I'm just gonna bring out Glacier Freeze, no. Glacier Freeze Gatorade here. Alright. See what you got today. Vine Whip. No growth. You don't want to use growth. And so you can see right there the difference in how growth probably added a couple attack points to Vine Whip right there. But I don't understand the logic in, unless it was exponential growth and just having using growth instead of 2 Vine Whips. Anyways, Hoot Hoot is going to go down all the way, 1-hit KO. And that's it for part 6 of this Pokemon Silver walkthrough. So thanks for watching it. I'll be finishing up Sprout Tower and then facing Falconer in part 7. Then maybe moving on to Ruins of Elf. It is not far to the other, so see you guys later.